Welcome back to the thought process. Yes, it's been a couple of months since we posted.
Oh my god, a couple of months, dude. Holy crap. Dude, it's been really crazy.
We obviously
Holidays, work, all that stuff.
A little bit of a medical thing going on with me. Nothing too serious, I hope. I'll find out Monday. Well, I don't know. Today is Saturday. So I got a procedure coming up, but shouldn't be anything too serious, hopefully. But yeah, holidays, everything. I do want to start off by saying rest in peace to my buddy Cody. He's a very good guard, Army veteran, father of two, and he's gone way too fucking soon. Cody, you were big for Delta. You were someone that we all joked with, and it's just not the same. Going into the shep room and everything like that, it just not having you there, man. It's fucking gonna suck. So, rest in peace to Cody. That's one hell of a way to start off a fucking podcast. Anyway.
Yeah.
So since we never really did Christmas, like me and you have, I haven't done a Friendsgiving or anything like that in so many years, and me and you haven't done a Christmas together and
I don't think we've ever done a Christmas together. We had a couple Friendsgivings and then that was it.
Well, here, oh shit.
It's a dildo.
No, it's my fucking address. I'm not. All right, but here is.
Well, you don't want random gifts in the mail too?
Yeah. Oh boy, anthrax.
I was just gonna make that joke. No, it's cocaine. Smell it.
All right. So this one got me a.
Oh, no fucking way.
Dude,
that's sick.
I had to wait for that. To fucking come in.
No fucking way, dude.
Oh, just wait. It gets better.
That shit tickles my heart. Hold on, I gotta...
There's nothing in it.
I know, obviously, but... Dude! Where the hell did you get this at? Now my gift kind of seems like a fucking joke.
Just wait. You're if you think that makes your gift look like a joke, I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate the gifts, but Brian does this thing where he likes to make people feel bad, like they're not good enough. He's gotta one-up you in the gift exchange.
No. All right, check out that.
Oh!
What does it look like, though?
Dude.
It looks like the old Star Wars fucking...
Where do you find this shit?
It's in... But no, look at the helmet. Tell me what power armor that's from.
Hold on. Is that the T-51?
That is the T-51.
That is the Dude, for all of you who don't know, bit of a lame thing for me to say, but
yeah, I like this ugly Christmas sweater.
You were supposed to get matching joggers with it, but they never sent it or gave me my money back. Fuckers.
Yeah, I like it. Jack Daniels.
The T-51 and the T-51B are like my favorite fucking...
But yeah, you got the old school Star Wars thing for Fallout.
Hell yeah! What is this?
That's a baseball jersey.
It's a jersey. It's Nuka-Cola.
It's a Nuka-Cola baseball jersey. Yeah, it's got the Nuka girl on it.
Yeah! Hell yeah, dude. We need to start going to like Fallout conventions and shit.
Well, yeah, I mean Fallout Day in Good Spring, Nevada, man.
Where did you get this stuff? Like, this is crazy. I'm almost scared to even drink out of this, man. I just wanna.
I got one for myself too. Don't worry.
We could drink together. We'll go to Good Springs, Nevada, dude. We really should make a trip out there, bro.
But that was from the TikTok shop, dude.
No fucking way, man.
Yep.
A lot of good... Look, I don't have a TikTok, but I've been hearing and seeing a lot of good things about the TikTok shop. Like, that's nuts.
Watch. Liz is gonna fucking rearrange her room and she's gonna lose that thing.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna turn you into an alcoholic again.
I'm gonna have to be.
Off
I'm gonna have to keep a level playing field. Like anytime she messes up, we're gonna have to get drunk and hit her.
Ostifer, Edon, look at this. Look at this, Ostifer.
You know how many months I spent looking for this just to get this drunk?
And yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now, like it. Oh man, it was. I had to wait for these coming because it was either this one or it was just gonna be solid black and it was gonna be like, kind of scratched in there. Yeah. But I was like, but no, I'm like, no, dude, I need the blue.
Is that like real leather and stuff on there?
Yeah, leather, blue and gold.
Dude, that's fucking nuts.
And all you got me was a fucking sweater.
It was supposed to have joggers.
Oh,
I was disappointed a lot about that gift, but I'm like, man, I feel like he'd still like it. I was wrong.
I do. No, I did. I like it. I was just saying, like,
I fucking failed as a friend again. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Oh, that's fucking funny. That was overdue by a couple of weeks.
But
a little over a week.
Yeah, a little over a week. But new things in the gaming community. Obviously, right before we kind of went dark, Good Springs came out. Was a Burning Spring came out for Fallout 76. I played the shit out of that. I beat the main quest line. One of the hardest. It's the new hardest area. Like you know how you say I'm such a high level.
Yeah,
dude, I die so much in there. But here's the thing.
I just hit level 100. So.
But here's the thing, though. If you how you don't really see Deathclaws too often in the Appalachians.
I see them more often than not. Believe it or not, dude. Like where I've got, the golf area.
Yeah,
dude. Like every other encounter at the main gate's a fucking Deathclaw.
Well, how about you want to fight an armored Deathclaw?
Hell yeah.
Go to fucking Burning Springs.
Hell yeah.
Dude, because so here's the thing is that I'm
just another pet for me to bring home.
And this one's armored. This one's armored. It's battle ready.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude,
I'm ready to have it.
I'm sitting there walking around with a goddamn rocket launcher with a missile launcher, like legit, like I have the top tier fucking meta guns with the right legendary perks and everything like that. I got a good solid build. Guess what? I'm still walking around there with a fucking with rockets and shit. I'm ready to fuck shit up because I die. Like I will run and hide like a little bitch because.
Do you think the anti-material rifle would be good against them because they're armored?
Anti-material rifles just good in general, but unfortunately they don't have that.
I know. Well, Fallout 4.
Sorry, I just had a very, very big autistic moment right now. We're together. I can finally start watching the new season of Fallout. I'm so sorry. I have been waiting so long to watch it, but I refuse to watch it without you because last time I did.
Thank you.
Because
I haven't watched it either.
Yeah, and I just realized now that I'm able to see it. And hold on.
Well, do you want to watch it Monday when you get done with your surgery? We'll get you some cool water and stuff, and
I gotta be careful with that one. But hold on, wait. I gotta see how many episodes are out currently.
Because I don't mind waiting for more episodes to come out so we can just binge it, bro. That's how I usually like to watch my shows. I'll watch one episode of it if I like it, if I think I'm gonna like it. Because I know usually you need to watch more than just one episode. But like, I'll sit there and I'll wait. And then when, I get at least the full season, I'll binge watch until the end. There's been some shows I waited like 2-3 seasons to binge watch it.
It's got 3 episodes out right now. I at least want to watch the first episode.
We can binge watch the 3 if you want.
After the podcast?
I don't want to do it here. Just because, my room setup's not really ideal for TV.
We can watch it down here. I don't give a fuck. I can.
Oh yeah, if you want to watch it here, yeah, that's.
I'm not saying that we gotta fucking cuddle up together on your goddamn bed.
Oh, never mind. We can go watch it in my room.
No.
I said I was dating a ginger. I just didn't say which ginger.
I have standards.
Yeah. No, you don't.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Look, I'm just saying, you say you have standards. Look who you're friends with. I don't know. I'm starting like I'm meeting more of your newer friends, and I'm starting to feel like an outcast. Like I feel like I don't belong. You know? It's kind of like one of those marriages.
Do you not
Hold on,
realize?
let me finish this. It's kind of like one of those marriages where like you realize you're drifting, but you're still putting in the effort to keep it going because it's just something you're familiar with, you know? Whether it be because of the children are still in school, or maybe it's just at some point you feel like it's going to be an open relationship just because it's too expensive for a divorce. That's kind of how I feel with you.
That has to be the most hypocritical fucking thing that has ever spewed out of your fucking mouth.
Please explain.
So I'm not allowed to have other friends.
I never said you weren't. I'm just saying, like, so the way you are with me, you're like, that's dumb, that's stupid. But then they'll go out and be like, oh, dude, we're super gay together. But I make one homo joke or just something funny, and you're like, dude, don't touch me. You're gross. You're a butt pirate, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you literally just talked about fucking seeing each other's penises at work. And then when I do it, it's, Josh, you're gross.
There's a big difference, okay? Because it's all jokes at work. I can't tell if you're fucking serious.
That's bullshit.
You've said it yourself. Liz doesn't know when you're being serious or not. I can barely tell when you're being serious or not. You don't change your expressions, your tone, your delivery. You don't change shit. You know, you could tell me that you're like the reincarnation of Jeffrey Dahmer, and guess what? I have no fucking clue. You might be some vessel for his fucking spirit. And you got, like, behind that door right there, you could have, like, millions of people hung up like deer. You're ready to be carved, and, I don't fucking know.
I wouldn't do that because the drainage is down in the laundry room over there.
Yeah, you definitely need good drainage for that shit. Yeah.
So that's where they would be.
Okay, got it.
And
is that why there's
because there's good storage in there,
I was getting ready to say, I saw a new deep freeze in there.
That's not new. I've had that for a few years.
That kind of drooled a little bit.
It's good meat.
This is kind of really... Hold on, wait. This is kind of really bad, but I debated on whether or not to get food before showing up here. And I'm kind of regretting the fact that I didn't get food. And not because talking about Jeffrey Dahmer eating people is making me hungry.
That's for me.
Anything for meat in your mouth, okay? I get it.
Hell yeah. Liz was watching gay porn the other day, and I'm like, hey, babe, are you looking? I was like, shit, is that a hot dog? I'm joking. Be honest, though. How many times have you kind of, like, been worried about me when you were my boss at the old company?
I was very worried every day. Only because I know how some of those people are, and they can just say one thing to you, and today could be the day where it's just like,
Turns out that most people you were scared of offending were the ones that liked me the most.
Well, here's the thing.
That's what's crazy about
it.
Is
I used to joke. I used to joke with them too, and I still, when I was on route or when I was in the office and they'd call, we all used to joke. Oh, there was a bank over on Fifth Third that we used to joke with because all of us were gingers there. And before I went behind the counter to go pick up their deposit, I had to say the password because I was joking around. I used to joke around. I'm like, oh hey, you know what'd be funny for a password? Fire crotch. And I'm just like, oh shit, don't tell my
cinnamon muff.
I'm like, don't tell my boss. But that became the running joke. So you can sit there and you can, we can sit there and joke with them. But like I said, I knew you weren't going to fail me, but I also knew that you're slightly unstable.
Oh, man. It's ironic because it's the people that I didn't... I had a good relationship with everybody, but in the beginning it was kind of rough because I was trying to be polite and understanding, but they were always continuing to just be dicks. But when I started snapping on people, that's when I got different deliveries.
Oh, yeah.
That's when they were like, oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, man? This guy's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised at how many people work at banks are racist.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Dude, it's nuts.
Fucking.
Where I'm obviously not going to say like which companies and whatnot because, freedom of speech and everything like that, but man.
Man.
I didn't even understand it. I was like, hey, I like a dirty joke here and there in the workplace, like any other person. But holy shit, I didn't think you had it in you, kid. You know what's even funnier?
What?
She was black. I'm like,
that cancels it out.
That's the epitome of that's our word. You can't say that, but I can.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of fucking what's his name? Dave Chappelle. That one. Have you seen the episode where the blind guy thinks he's a Klan member?
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't think she knows.
He's like, he's like,
put the hood back on.
He's like he doesn't know, he can't see his skin, but his commitment and his dedication, I don't have the heart to tell him.
The truth. He left his wife when he found out he was black.
Dude, it was that shit.
Dude, old Chappelle. I mean, even the newer stuff's funny, but I remember being in like middle school watching Dave Chappelle, bro. That shit was
the Chappelle Show. Was
oh
fucking,
my god.
You want to know something funny though? Because we'll take this little side note before I get back to one thing I want to talk about is the Switch 2. But
oh god, yeah, we can talk about that. I got some things to say about that.
So
well, we should be careful because Nintendo might sue us for it.
No, I don't care. They don't speak English. So
they speak enough of it to be selling big buckos. I've noticed there is a trend with Nintendo. Like every 10 to 20 years, 10 to 15, they're suing somebody. Now, 99% of the time, they don't really ever win, but they're always like, it's like they get somebody in there, and then they just find people to sue because Nintendo, and then it calms down. They're good for another decade and a half.
Everybody sues everybody, man. That's
no, cool. They're like on a scheduled program with that shit, though, dude. If you just kind of like. Because I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, they're going on a fucking spree ever since the last guy stepped down. Or he died. I can't remember. The last CEO. I don't know. I won't buy a Switch. I mean, I've got a Switch Lite. I haven't even touched that thing for a long time.
The Switch 2, that one has everyone up in an uproar because of the fact of, one, its price. Like, it's going to be really, really fucking pricey.
Well, and guess what? You don't technically own this, like, you don't own the games.
No,
you own the right to play them, but until you break the now, don't get me wrong, I don't really do modding, but like, once you buy the game, you should be able to do whatever the hell you want with it. So it essentially, I mean, I'm sure everybody already knows this. When you play it, if you're caught for modding, they will remotely shut down your Switch. It's essentially just a paperweight. Well, now I'm sure there'll be some cocky motherfuckers that'll find a way to turn it back on and keep playing it. But
but no. So what I was trying, like the price for it is like, oh god, I want to say it's like $500-$600. I want to say.
Yeah, it's pretty up.
Not to mention, it's gonna be it's gonna have like digital download games. And do you know how much the fucking games are gonna be? Dude, they're going to be like $70-$80. They're going to be like $70-$80. And, I know we talked about this before. To be fair,
the price of games and game consoles are getting ready to go up in the next 5 years because the company that makes all the drives for consoles and PCs are going to concentrate on mostly selling to AI infrastructures.
Because most of the stuff that we get, like our chips from and everything like that, all comes from Taiwan. And
they're concentrating on wanting to do AI stuff. The people that makes like the RAM and shit. So that means like essentially paying for next gen consoles or updating and upgrading your PC is going to be a fucking arm and a leg and probably your teeth.
Well, at this point now, I mean, because like for the most part, everything's like you don't need to put AI on a whatchamacallit on a PC, and you can't exactly automatically put it in there just to jack up the price because then I'll be like, all right, fine, I'll just get last year's model.
Well, no. Like what the company's doing, like the number one,
like which companies?
it's like the main company that everybody goes to get their oh god, now I'm forgetting my words. Well, essentially they're not going to be selling to PCs, console players, nothing. They're selling to AI corporations essentially to help get the whole AI thing up and running. They want to invest into that instead. That's why I said it's going to be like an arm and a leg just to buy and build PCs and consoles, because they're not going to have, like, they're really the only company that makes them, and if you take them out of the equation, well, the smaller companies that do make them aren't going to have enough people to fill that gap until they, get in a bigger but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, you gotta upgrade and you gotta get more people to make the product, more equipment, stuff like that, and that takes time.
Yeah.
Because there's other companies that still make this stuff, but it's not as, because they're the number one, like, people always go for them. I can't remember the name of the company and what it is that they rely on, but yes.
Okay.
I fucking had a brain fart halfway trying to explain that. I lost thought of like what it was and what. It's like, I'm sure there's a handful of you that do watch this and understand what I'm trying to say here.
I was trying to follow because I think I kind of get the gist of what you're going with. You're going with it, like, but I'm just like, I'm watching you trying to explain it. It's like a waiter. That has an overabundance on his tray. I had it all. It's going, and it's gone.
I had it all planned out in my head, and then you were like, what? And before I could even get to the explanation. And then I'm trying to explain it to you, and I'm like, wait, what? And then I was like, oh, great, I forgot now. That son of a bitch.
Me asking what to get more clarification on what you're...
My bad. My bad for assuming you'd understand what I was trying to get at. My bad.
I'm just trying to fucking understand because I don't follow that one. I didn't follow that one.
I'll have to Google it. Well, you have your phone.
So, but I will say this. I have started to use AI.
I know. This guy said he was never going to get a TikTok. Like 2 weeks later, he gets a TikTok.
That was, dude, I've had a TikTok for years now. I said I wasn't.
I know that. And when TikTok was becoming a thing, like, this is stupid. Kids are dumb. I'm never going to get a TikTok. And then 2 weeks later, he's got
No. It wasn't 2 weeks later. I got, at the time I got drunk and I'm like, all right, I want to see what this hubbub is all about. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, okay. Now I have like over 7,000 followers and shit like that on TikTok. And, because I used to make videos. And
I don't have a TikTok.
Maybe you should think about getting one.
I don't know.
Well, you should if we need to promote this, because then I can promote it on my channel. You promote it on your channel. We make an original account for the channel, and there we go. Advertisement, marketing. Join us.
I feel like I wouldn't use it enough to kind of,
use it for your rants. You can use it for your rants.
I save those for here.
You can do it for both because think about it. What if you remember what you were trying to explain?
I'll rant to my regular camera and just send it to you.
Well, no, make a TikTok, rant to your camera, post it on your TikTok, but then make sure after your rant you go, remember to like, share, subscribe on the thought process right there. See?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I just don't think I can. I mean, I just...
You're going to have to, man.
I mean, for the podcast, yes, but like for my own personal use, I don't think I would use it. Like, I don't think if I had my own TikTok, I don't think I'd use it like that.
Oh, you'd use it for thirst traps?
Definitely not. That's another thing. Like, dude, there used to be some funny memes on Twitter, and then X just made it into fucking every other thing is like people posting nudes. I'm trying to change the algorithm so I can stop seeing naked people and more things about Bethesda, video games, and a couple other things. What memes used to be funny, at least, and I still see the thirst traps. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
There's thirst traps. Like most of my stuff is like funny animal videos, gaming stuff, like new up and coming games, and every so often thirst trap 2 gets in, and it's like, well, it's because they pay TikTok to sit there and promote their videos, and that's how they get views. And It's it sucks because like that's what a majority of women are going for, and like if you have a spicy account, go ahead, do you? I mean, more power to you, but I'm not trying to watch all that nonsense right now. I'm just trying to watch some funny shit right before I go to bed.
Yeah, I want to giggle.
I want to giggle, not tickle my pickle.
Yeah. Liz, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. So, Liz, the other day, found out that a lot of my exes were mostly Latinas.
Yeah.
She's like really baffled. She's like, wait a minute, you haven't dated white women? I was like, no, I've had a few white girls in my life. I've even dated a couple black girls. But most of them were Latinas. And she's like, why are you with me? And I'm like, what? Why are you with me? I'm not a Latina. I was like, neither was the black chicks and the white chicks. Like, what do you mean? I care about you. I love you. Like, it's your ethnicity doesn't fucking matter. I mean, she's
Only
like,
your
yeah,
cooking
but
abilities.
she was like, yeah, but the majority of women you've been with were Mexican. And I'm like, so?
They made tacos. What do you expect me to do?
She's like, well, why are you with me? I'm like, well, why are you with me? She's like, because I love you. I was like, exactly. I love you too. Your skin color, none of that fucking matters. Like, I don't care about that. Just because, yeah, a lot of them happen to be Mexican or Hispanic or whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, but now you're dating a ginger. That one comes with instructions. Like, you can't leave them out in the sunlight for too long. You got to get a specific SPF sunscreen.
She does what she wants.
Yeah.
The only thing I ask is that she communicates and doesn't fucking cheat on me. Pretty straightforward guy, dude. Like, I don't care. She wants to go hang out with her friends. Like, oh, it's a girls' night. Should I go? I'm like, yeah, go hang out with your friends. I don't fucking care.
Go hang out. Go hang out with your friends. All right, but here's the thing: is that for me, it's like, all right, here, go hang out with your friends, but just give me, I just would like to know where you're at, so that way, in case of emergencies,
I
know
told
where
her
to
to call
go.
me every half hour or every hour just to let me know that or text me like, hey, I'm fine.
If she wants to, like for me, if you want to give me updates, that's fine. But the one thing I want to know is, where you're going, so that way I know where to go to, who you're going with, so that way if I can't get a hold of you, I can get a hold of somebody else, so that way they can, relay a message. And if you're going to go to a different location, just let me know. And then, let me know roughly the time frame, so that way I know when to expect you. And if it's gone past a certain time frame, I can just be like, hey, you still doing okay? Yeah, we're still doing fine.
I don't think she's used to a guy like me, though, because especially in the beginning, she would, I'm going out with my friends, and we're going to go, and, like, I didn't know, but she was including me with it. I'm like, no, they specifically said a girls' night. I'm not one of the girls. Like, go out.
I have a dick. I don't have a vagina.
I can tuck between my legs, but it's going to get uncomfortable to walk like that.
Get duct tape. Just
hold on. I'm a woman, see? Just flash it.
There's nothing but duct tape holding it down.
Just duct tape it to my butthole.
You look at her. Babe, I'm really going to need your help getting this off here.
What happened? I accidentally penetrated myself when I sat down.
Oh, who we kidding? It ain't that fucking long.
I could dream. Oh man!
Like I don't need to know your location 24/7.
No, I mean I definitely would like updates once in a while just so I know that you're okay. Like I get it. You have a girls' night. I'm not gonna fucking.
The priority is the girls' night, not making sure that you're.
She hasn't given me a reason not to trust her, but I just want to make sure she's fine. Like if she needs a ride home or something, like text me. Like,
100%.
At least, depending on how long she's gonna be out for, I want updates. Like I'm okay. Okay, great.
Right, that's it. Cool.
I would do the same if she said, "Hey, I want you to text me every hour." Okay.
Just right. Text.
I'd send her a picture at the club. Like, look at all these big booty bitches.
You're a fucking dick, dude.
Yeah, I could have been a dick, but I'm pretty mild.
Pretty mild. I don't send her the picture of the chicks that are on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
She does get aggravated, but she knows I'm playing.
I shouldn't. Yeah,
if you see me out in public and I'm getting strangled by a redhead, Mind your business. I'm
Mind
where I want to be. I like getting her mad so she fucking tries to wrestle me.
It's so hot. Then she pulls out the knife.
No,
and
it's
it
just
stops.
funny because I can throw her. Like, I love throwing her into the wall, just like, get off me, bitch!
Yay, domestic violence!
It's my favorite pastime.
I like
I
it.
still remember making that joke to her. She's like, I'll beat your ass. I said, honey, my dad has been married 3 times and hit all 3 of them women. I am good at what I do. If hitting women was a sport, I'd be an Olympic gold medalist. Don't worry, my dad would still probably carry the record, but I'd like to think I'm up there with him.
We do not condone domestic violence on this podcast. It is all a joke. It is.
Don't fuck up that recipe. I'm also joking. My dad's never hit any of his wives. I'm telling you, bro. I watched a video of some girl, like, she was, like, in dude's face. And she's like, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. She was, like, kind of smacking him here and there every time. And then all of a sudden, he just stands up.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that
and
one.
she
And
falls
she-
on her ass. She's like,
she goes,
I'm
"I'm
calling my
calling the
dad.
police."
No,
Yeah.
she said, I'm calling my dad. He's like, go ahead.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, no, I've seen that. Like,
Women need to stop being like that. I'm just saying, like, dude, I don't condone with hitting women, but dude, I've got 6 sisters. You put hands on me, I know for a fact that a good chunk of them are gonna show up to your house and beat the shit out of you. Dude, my sisters don't fuck around like that. You already know a couple of them, and you know how they can be.
Hmm?
They act like they're princesses, but they're fucking ghetto as shit. Just a couple of pent-up housewife hoochie mamas ready to
Pent-up
pounce.
housewife hoochie mamas. You called your sisters hoochie mamas.
I don't care. Fight me.
I'm not going to. I'm pretty sure they sure shit will.
Siblings are different, dog.
Oh, trust me, I know. Me and my brother, we say all the time that we got 18 years of sibling rivalry to go at each other with. With my ex, I told her, I'm like, I'm not a violent man. I will never hit you, and I will never hit a woman. I'll never hit a woman. I will never hit a child. But I told her, I'm like, if, I end up losing my shit, by some way, shape, or form, I told her, I'm like, there's only one person you need to call. I'm like, you call my mother. And she's like, oh, I'll call my brother. And like her brother, like, because me and her brother had that conversation. Because I'm like, no, you call my mom, because my mom didn't raise me like that, and she would skin me alive. And me and her brother had that conversation because, obviously, older brother looking out for the sister.
I would definitely always expect it. Like, anytime I'm in a relationship, if they got an older sibling, you got to put your pride aside and respect the fact that there's a family member that gives enough shit about their sibling or daughter or whatever to have that conversation with somebody.
And yeah, me and him, like, we talked, and he goes, hey, look, and he's like, I really like you, but I'm just saying right now, he's like, if you ever put your hands on my sister, he goes, he's like, best know I'm coming for you. I'm like, oh, absolutely, it'd be deserved. I'm like, but here's the thing, she's gonna call my mother. I'm like, she's gonna call my mother after she calls you. He goes, yeah. And he's like, yeah, well, she can have what's left of you. And I looked at him dead in the eye and said, you ain't getting to me first. He goes, oh, you think? He's like, oh no, I'm getting to you first. I looked at him and said, and ironically, I looked at him and I said, you're not getting to me first. And and at that point, he just looked at me. He's like, oh yeah, why's that? And I pointed.
Unless your mom's out of state.
Because I pointed because my mom was there with me. I pointed at her. I'm like, I pointed at her. I'm like, you see that woman right there? I'm like, that woman right there will beat you to me, and she will kill me for ever treating a woman like that. And I'm like, you are not the. I'm not trying to bruise your ego. You're not the deterrent. She is. Because I'm scared of that woman right there. I'm like, I know how to take her. I'm like, I know how to take her out at the knee. But here's the thing, though, is that she ain't afraid to pull a gun on me because she fucking has.
My mom's thing was broomsticks and toasters.
My mom was always the belt.
Oh yeah, my mom had used other weapons too, but like
she used other weapons.
her preference is what she got good at was with what she could be within arm's reach, which would either be a broom or a toaster. And that woman, let me tell you a story. Mom, you always denied all the times you whooped our asses unless it was funny, but I'm gonna tell you right now.
I never did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think I got these? Where do you
Shut
think
up,
I got these
midget.
scars? Fucking show up X-rays, broken bones and shit.
Oh yeah. No, so one time I was drunk, I came home. I was laughing. She's hitting me with a broomstick, jabbing me, and I've had bruises all over. But like, I was drunk. But I fell down this is the Moline house.
All right.
I fell down the old wooden stairs, and I was laughing all the way. Yeah,
Those stairs.
Nothing but now. Here's what you gotta understand.
Those stairs were solid.
Yeah, and nothing but corners on them, bitches.
Ooh,
Those were
yeah.
like the old-fashioned stairs. They weren't built to be comfortable. They were built to be sturdy. So then, what's at the bottom of them stairs? Concrete. But I'm drunk off my ass, dude. So she's hitting me, and I'm going all the way down, and I'm just laughing. The second time, I can't remember why she was mad. But my mom got good reflexes, because the girls used to throw shit back in the day. So my mom got good at just catching shit and whipping it back at them broads. But I got cocky. Mom always had a toaster on hand. I should have knew better.
Mom always had a toaster on
I
hand.
should have fucking knew better. So she threw this big old fucking burly bitch 4-slot, them old school ones at me. I got cocky. Bob and weave, you know. As soon as I come back to turn around to throw it in her face, like, haha, you know. Guess what? She's got a little fucking toaster coming right at me. Hits me square in the fucking forehead.
She reloaded quick.
She's got a little pocket toaster. She's like,
Yeah, no.
she's gonna watch this and call me like,
I didn't hit you with the toaster.
she's gotta be all around. I bet you she's gonna be around all of her friends and be like, I didn't hit you with a toaster. Yeah, you did.
I remember. So here's the funny part with my mom. Like, a doctor almost called child services on my mom one time because so.
You ain't never hit your kids before? I've never. That's what's wrong with you.
Well, it's because I had to go to the ER because I had stitches. I needed to get internal and external stitches. So I was driving a go-kart around at a friend's property, and I lost control because I was doing I was doing their little track thing, and I decided I wanted to go down the driveway. Well, they lived out in the country, and they had a gravel driveway. Now I was trying to turn right, but because of how fast I was going and it's gravel, I wasn't getting traction, and I was swinging too far out. So it was either A, try to correct it by cranking it all the way to the left, or risk going down on almost 90-degree fucking hill into some deep woods. So I tried to correct it, and I hit the back of our friend's truck, but I hit the tire. So I went dunk, and because I was a cool kid at the time, I didn't have a helmet, and so that's where I got this nice little scar, because I hit my head and I was just like, oh wow, that was scary. And I looked down to go unbuckle my seatbelt, and all I see is this trail going down right here, and I'm like, what? Look down, and I'm like, uh-oh. And my mom was so mad because she just pulled the steaks off the grill. We were, my buddy's like, oh shit. She goes, fuck, puts down the steaks, goes from Andalusia to Moline in almost record time. And I'm just sitting there holding my head, and we go back in there, and she because she worked at the hospital we went to, she's like sitting there talking to all of them. Oh yeah, hi. And then the doctor comes in to sit there and stitch me up. And he looks at her and he goes, Angela, do I need to call child services?
What's his name? Dr. Franklin?
No. But he's like, do I need to call child services? She goes, no, you fucking don't. He goes, well, your son's here with a busted head, and she's like, not the
Can
time.
I just point out, this is weird. You're like the fifth friend that, I don't know, maybe he was considered a pediatrician, but like, dude, we all had an Indian or a Hindu pediatrician, dude.
All right, so I'm gonna be blunt about this, and I'm not trying to be racist. This is actually fairly statistics. All right, they're.
Well, I'm just trying to see if we had the same doctor.
Oh no.
Probably shouldn't have said that name out loud, but
No. But
it's just they were all fucking Indian. Dude. I'm like,
most of the ones around here are Indian, or Hindi, and. And not trying to be racist or anything like that, but I mean, it's just
it is a statistic.
It is a statistic around here.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones that my mom works with, are all of Hindi descent, of the Hindi religion or whatever.
They come from India. Or somewhere in that region. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Hindi, actually no, Hindu is a religion.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We're sounding really racist right now.
I don't care.
All right, where's the white hoods?
We're trying to figure this out.
Where's the white hoods? We need to start burning crosses.
Word. But
time to get out.
I do want to circle back here. I
Yeah.
think that
Domestic violence is funny.
that too. You should normalize spanking your kids.
Spanking kids when it's deserved.
Yeah, of course. I can look back at the times where I didn't like it, but like there's been times where I deserved it for sure.
So
So here's the thing, and you know what, y'all are gonna fucking hate me for saying this, but most of the time, the way I see it, your kid's not fucking autistic. You're not telling him no. You're trying to sit there and be good parent too much, and he's just gonna scream in your fucking face. And that's when you get those non-verbals. Dude, and I've already done the research on this. Like, I'm not gonna say who, but like, yes, he does actually have autism. But here's the thing: when you're a kid, and kids are smarter than they look, especially when they know they get away with shit because they have something. She beat the piss out of him when he deserved it.
And
now
that's most of the people now. They're like, well, I have autism. You need to be special. It's like, first off, my sister has autism. She has severe autism. She's able to talk. She's able to speak. She's able to make her own food and stuff like that. However, she will never be able to live by herself. She won't be able to have a job.
I'm just tired of going to events and just hearing kids screaming because somebody told them no, and their parents are like, he or she has autism. I'm like, even if it is, you are letting it. There's still there's a difference between autism and the child's behavior. That the behavior could be corrected. Just because your kid's got autism or Down syndrome doesn't mean you gotta let them run in the fucking show, dude.
Well,
I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but
Down syndrome's a little harder to kind of work on.
Right, but you know what? There's ways to go about it.
No, I fully agree.
You can't just because that's autism. I guess I'm just gonna have to listen to this fucking kid scream all goddamn day until they either wear themselves out or I give in. I know everybody's like, oh, you don't have a child with autism or blah blah blah. Like, I think y'all just you can watch YouTube videos on how to deal with this. Like, you can be the gentle parent, and then there's times where you have to be the tough parent. There has to be a healthy balance. Like, you can't just be gentle, because then you've created a spoiled brat.
Yeah, gentle parenting does I was watching on TikTok and it was like here's gentle parenting. When the kid's sitting there fucking with a lamp and he's like, she's like, all right, hey, look at that. All right, now turn it back on. Now turn it off. Do it 3 more times. All right, I think you're done for that. For the day. And then it's like, if that was your mom. And you just walked over, started fucking with a lamp, right?
None of my parents did gentle parenting, Ryan.
Dude, I didn't have gentle parenting. I was beaten.
It was.
I mean beaten.
Ass whooping. Oh, I get it. I get it. We were still part of that generation where you got your ass beat.
Well, no, I mean, I was, and I'm not trying to get a pity party, and I'm not trying to one up anyone, but I mean. Like the parenting I got, for a little bit of my childhood was, I was actually drop kicked into a dining room table. Like, no joke, I was drop kicked into a dining room table.
Well, that's why my mom threw things. She wasn't strong enough to lift my big fat ass.
My
dad was. Mom. Wasn't.
This is when I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old, and apparently my behavior at Home Depot, because I was bored. I didn't want to sit there and look at wood and sit there and there was nothing for me to do.
You never went and go and play with the nail guns like a normal fucking kid when
they're
bored?
No, I was.
I feel like every kid got bored.
I wasn't
got their
allowed
ass beat and found things to do the next time around.
No, I wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed to leave his sight. But I was sitting there messing with the wood. I was sitting there and I climbed up on the wood, and he got irritated and dragged me back to the truck. We went home. He put me on the floor, and then he drop kicked me into the dining room table. And then took my little handheld fishing game, whipped it, almost hit my head, got in my face, and just started screaming at me. Yeah, that was my childhood.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah,
I watched a video of this woman talking about how she had been the gentle parent for her kids for so long that she always had bruises. It got to the point where she had to get stitches in her head and she had a broken nose because she's like, I get it, 2 of my kids have autism. But I think also being a gentle parent just made them spoiled now. So after that hospital visit, She hasn't had any issues since. You know why? Because she started beating the shit out of them. Not literally, but like anytime they start fucking up, she just didn't even question. She went in there and said, "Hey, knock it off, or I'm smacking your ass."
There needs to be a healthy...
And sure enough, seeing that video of them just after that ass whooping was so satisfying. Like,
so
yeah, they're learning.
the thing is, though, is that you don't want kids to be terrified of you.
No, but you want them to understand that, like, you're gonna fucking do something about it if it comes to it.
Yeah, you want them to have fear of your displeasure and the repercussions of them doing something bad.
Yeah.
But, some people will sit there and think that, well, they fear me, so that's good. That means I'm doing something right, because that means they're not going to do something
what
wrong.
You don't understand what that is. That could cause a rebellion in the household. Eventually, when they realize they're strong enough, they're like, hold on a second.
Fear can be overcome by courage. But fear doesn't equal respect.
Having a healthy mindset, like, yeah, your kids are going to be pissed off and not like the fact that you can be the one who will discipline them, but in the long run, it's going to make them better people. Before we end on that note, I want to say that I'm not saying that people who I don't want people thinking that, like, you don't trust people with autism and you just...
No, they're shysty as fuck.
Well, no, what I mean is like, like, I'm not telling you, your kid doesn't have autism, they're spoiled. You can have an autistic child who is spoiled. Like, I'm not trying to say that your child isn't autistic and that you're not doing a good job, but, like, it doesn't, like, you need to have that healthy balance because, like, I've got two nephews and a cousin. One of them is kind of like mild autism. Another one is a little more severe, like he's the fucking screamer.
Oh.
Yeah.
My
and
sister
then
can be
there's
like that.
my cousin who he is I love him, but he doesn't go to family, like he when he comes to family get-togethers, he's away from everybody. He's buried in his Nintendo Switch. He's just sitting in a chair in a whole nother room by himself. And I honestly, dude, I love him. He got an attitude with me because I wanted to smack the shit out of him. I just came back, I was stepping outside because my grandma's got her fucking furnace up to like 80-something degrees in that bitch. So I'm hot. I'm going out to the back patio to just kind of cool off.
Yeah.
And I walked back and I was like, hey, what's going on, buddy? He's like, nothing. And I'm like, okay, you all right? He's like, I'm fine. And I'm like, you ain't about to be. You're about to have a red ass.
Yeah, fucking.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. I love all my family, but he almost got a swat on the ass.
Yeah, I
was taught not to talk to adults like that. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some shitty adults out there, but, don't go looking for a fight. But,
there needs to be a healthy medium.
Yeah.
To where it's like, okay, you need to learn how to speak right when it comes to an adult, and don't think you're too grown, because at the same time, it's like, if you want to act grown, then we can put that to the test. There needs to be a healthy fear of repercussions and your displeasure as a parent, but you don't need to put the fear of God in them to where they fear you as a person.
Yeah. Because
then that's what's going to lead to trauma. That's what's going to lead to, like, future stuff. It's like,
and that's with all kids.
Let them know that you are their, you are the safety net, but you are also the warden.
Well, not to mention nowadays, dude, you know how many videos I'm starting to see of people putting hands on other people's kids because they're not fucking. And don't get me wrong, I kind of understand it, because 99% of those videos that I'm watching, it's these kids are just being shitheads, and it's just older generation coming up and smacking them on the fucking ass really hard. Now, yeah, you shouldn't put your hands on other people's kids, but like, deep down, you want to understand why the fuck that happened. But you're like, if you'd have just been, like, I don't know, dude. And then there's the other videos of just people like...
Oh, my favorite is the funny... one thing I will say is the funny kid crash out videos. Like, kids losing that shit. Like, fucking... When they think that they're all, tough, whatever, playing video games, and then all of a sudden they go up against an adult, and the adult's just, like, kicking their ass, and they're crying about it, and they're like, you're supposed to let me win. You earned that shit, motherfucker. What happened to all that shit you were just talking about?
Right.
Or, my favorite one was, a kid walked up to his dad, and he had the towel.
Yeah.
He had the fucking towel.
That kid, and he's like, no, wait, no.
Dad's sitting there, and he's just, like, posted up. He goes, you don't want this smoke. I'm being serious. He goes, once you open this, there is no going back. We're going to go shot for shot. Do you understand? And he goes, all right. And he
gets the one good hit and then he's running away.
Yeah, he's like, well, no. This one I saw, the kid stood there and he goes, all right, fine. Dad grabs his towel and he starts winding it up and he's just dead stared.
We used to wet the tips of our towels.
Yeah, because it's
Jake
strong.
found a way to roll up the rat tails without actually having to do that. You do a fold and then a roll, and it was just, dude, it sounded like fucking lightning in the hallways. I swear to God, that shit.
And the dad's like, all right, okay. All right, you ready? And then he's like, wait, hold on. He goes, no. You turn around. He goes, wait, no, wait. I changed my mind. He goes, nope, doesn't matter. And he goes, turn the fuck around or I'm getting your leg. And then he turns around, he whips him, drops the kid. He goes, oh God. He drops. He goes, he's like, we invented that shit. Don't fucking think, don't think you're above me. I was just like, fuck yeah.
I think that's another issue with our world is like some people just needed ass whoopings growing up and they didn't. And unfortunately they got into it, somehow managed to get in positions of power. And now they're taking out their frustrations on the world.
Well, I think that's a good point for us to end on. Thank you for bearing with us. Sorry it's taken us so long, but we're gonna be more regular, trying to
Thanks for listening. Hit your kids more often. Have a good night.
Like, share, and subscribe.